How's it going, guys? My name is Zach, bringing you a deck profile of my Gravekeeper's deck. This is actually the deck that I use at locals, and it does fairly well. Last time I was there, I topped, but unfortunately I had to leave early because I had to work. But it did top, so I'm just going to go over the cards in the deck. There are going to be a few fillers in here, and I'm going to be getting these cards later, but I'll let you know. So start off the deck. This is my extra deck, just two Stardust Dragons. It's kind of hard to tell on the camera because I'm using my webcam, but it's just Stardust Dragon. Everyone knows what Stardust Dragon does. Just two Stardust Dragons, mainly because I run two Starlight Roads, so I figured, I might as well just run Stardust Dragons like a free Stardust. That's my extra deck. Monsters, I'm only running 14 monsters. This deck is actually pretty strongly based on the Fraser Smith deck from Atlanta, so you'll see a lot of that reflected in this deck. I'm running 3 Descendants. It's just a really good card. You can clear up the back row and destroy any monsters that you don't want to deal with. It's a really good combination with this card, Gravekeeper's Recruiter, which I run 3 of those. You use a spy, flip spy, get recruiter, use a sentence effect, tribute recruiter, destroy one of their cards. And it is any card, not just a monster, and Necro Valley does not have to be on the field to use his effect, so it's just a really good card. And then you can use Gravekeeper's Recruiter to search for something like Commandant, something like that, to get your Necro Valley. Next, one of the best cards in the deck, in my opinion, Gravekeeper Spy. 2500 defense with Necro Valley out, just a really solid card. It lets you search for your recruiter, lets you search for, basically any card you want, lets you search for another spy even if you want to. If you want to be a douche, and set 2 spies, but I don't know, it's just a really good card. Next, I run 3 Commandant, or Commandant, I guess. I don't know how to pronounce it, I just call it Commandant. 3 Commandants, basically just like a free Necro Valley, to use the sentence effect on Recruiter, destroy one of their back rows, and then get Commandant, Tribute Commandant, get your Necro Valley. So it's just like a really good card, like these 4 cards in combination, just like a game winner right here. And then I also run 2 Assailants. Basically, it's really good against plants. They have a token in defense position, attack with Assailant, flips their token to attack position. They take 2,000. It's just a really good card. So that's the monsters. I don't run Visionaries, I don't run Priestess, I don't run Chiefs or Guards. I just feel like these monsters do it for me, and that's what, like I said, it's really strongly based off of the Fraser Smith deck, and this is what he ran. So, cool. Let's get on to the spells. I run 2 Gravekeeper Steel. Obviously, I'm not going to run Monster Reborn on this deck because of Necro Valley, so Gravekeeper Steel is just like a really good way to get around Necro Valley and get your monsters back. Next, I run Dark Hole, just like a really good staple. Everyone has to have a Dark Hole. 2 Necro Valley. I do not run 3 Necro Valley. A lot of the times, I even dead draw Necro Valleys with 2 Necro Valleys, so 3 would just be overkill. I do side deck a 3rd Necro Valley, but sometimes, sometimes you do need to side in that 3rd Necro Valley, but usually 2 does just fine, especially with all the cards that can search Necro Valley, Commandant, and then you can search Commandant with Recruiter. It's just like, it's like an endless chain, basically, of getting Necro Valley. So getting Necro Valley for me is never a problem. Allure, really good card. All the monsters in this deck are dark except for Commandant. So basically, it's just a really good, easy way to draw 2 cards. Good way to get Necro Valley. Good way to get Royal Tributes, which I'll get to in a second. 3 book. Book's just like, it's a book. There's not really much to say about it. Probably the most important card in the deck, Royal Tribute. I heard in the next format it's going to get hit. Hopefully it doesn't, but if it does, I might consider running something else. But Royal Tribute is just really good, especially if you can pull a Royal Tribute and a Necro Valley on the first turn, because this deck is really spell and trap heavy, so odds are you're going to draw maybe 1 or 2 monsters, so you're going to end up losing maybe 1 monster, and your opponent could lose possibly their whole hand. Really good against, I've seen it work really well against all decks, actually. I've seen people lose anywhere from no cards to losing their whole hand, so it's just really, really effective. And I do not have dualities. I'm not a rich man. I'm quite poor. So, just kidding, I'm not really poor. I'm running Smashing Grounds. It's just a really good filler. A lot of people say I shouldn't run Smashing Grounds, but, YuGiOh is all about personal preference, and I really, really feel that Smashing Grounds help me out. So I run 3. I think eventually, if I do get the dualities, I'll take the Smashing Ground. I'll side these, obviously, but it's really, really effective against Blackwings. I mean, I don't know. It's been really devastating against Blackwings from my experience, but these are my spells. That's all I run. So let's get to the traps. I run Torrential. Just a really good card. 7 tools. Now these 2 cards are filler cards. Tomorrow's actually my birthday, so I'm going to get money from that, and then I'm going to run down to my local card shop and buy 2 Solemn Warnings to put in their place. The reason for that is, 7 tools is just a filler card. It's actually really, really effective. They play Solemn Warning, play 7 tools, they still lose half their life points. You only lose 1,000 of your life points. Just that's actually saved me like a lot, because it is a counter trap. So you can use it against Solemn, you can use it against, Solemn Judgment, Solemn Warning, whatever. Torrential, I don't know. I'm kind of like weary about this card now because Gravekeeper is all about field control, all about field presence with like a lot of monsters. You get Spy, then you get more monsters. It's about field control. So Torrential Tribute just seems kind of counterproductive for this deck, but it is just like a really good filler before I get my Solemn Warnings. But I will be getting those in the near future. So let's see. Then I run 2 Sakuretsu Armors. These are actually going to become D prisons. I'm waiting on getting. I was going to get 2 Machine of Mayhem structure decks, which each of those have a D Prison and a Cyber Dragon, and I need Cyber Dragons for my side deck, and I need, 1 second, and then I need, sorry about that, my girlfriend was calling me, so I need 2 D Prisons, those are going to be replaced. Alright, next card, Starlight Road. This is just a really, really good card. Starlight Road. This card is ridiculous. It is insanely overpowered. I feel like if it just negated the card that destroys 2 cards, that would be absolutely fine. That would be, a pretty balanced card. But also it gives you a free Stardust. I just feel like it's just ridiculous. But whatever. I'm running 2 of those. Solemn Judgment. It's a Solemn Judgment. Not much to say about it. 2 Bottomless. Not really much to say about that either. Just a really good card. Compulsory, I really, really like this card. I was considering main decking 2, and I might main deck 2 if I don't get my Solemn Warnings in the future, but I would probably replace the Torrential Tribute with a second Compulsory. I'm not really sure though. I'm probably just going to main deck 1, and then Mirror Force, just a Mirror Force. Not much to say about it. So, let me get to the side deck now, and I'm not going to go too in-depth with the side deck because number 1, I don't really know that much about side decks. I'm just getting back into the game, so I was just trying to develop a decent side deck. So I am missing some cards, and I'll tell you what I'm going to add in. This card right here, Malefic Stardust Dragon. Let me just hold this up because I know a lot of people don't really know what this does. Malefic Stardust Dragon. Basically, remove from play 1 Stardust Dragon from your extra deck, and then it protects your Necro Valley. You cannot, you can still target Necro Valley, so if you want to, people who don't know what it does, they can play MST, target Necro Valley, that's fine. They can target Necro Valley all they want, but it's just going to waste their MST or waste their, whatever, Dust Tornado, I don't know, so that it protects Necro Valley. But the only downside is your monsters can't attack, which is fine, because you get a Descendant out, you get this card out, use Descendant to clear their back row, clear all their monsters, and then hit them for 25. So it's just a really good card. I'm going to be running a second one too in my side deck, but my local card shop only had 1, so I bought one. I'm running out of time here. 3rd Necro Valley, just really good in case they're destroying, your other Necro Valleys. Really good against, I don't know, something that destroys a lot of Necro Valleys. 2 MSTs, just a really good side deck card. 2 Noblemen, pretty good side deck card from what I understand. Even good against Gravekeepers. That would be kind of weird to use it against Gravekeepers though, because then, if I hit a Spy, then it gets all my Spies out too, but I don't know. A second Compulsory, like I said, I was considering main decking this, and then a Royal Oppression. Really good against, Scraps, anything that uses a lot of special summoning, Synchros, that kind of stuff. I am waiting on 2 Cyber Dragons, like I said, from the Machine of Mayhem structure decks. I'm waiting on 2 Effect Veilers, which I'm going to throw in here too, and I'm not really sure what else I should put in here. Like I said, I'm going to add a second one of these. Just leave in the comments what you think I should do. But anyways, guys, that's my deck profile of my Gravekeeper's deck. If you guys have any comments, questions, suggestions, I am more than welcome to answer those for you. I'll take any suggestions that you guys have. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.